this video we are going to create our first component, and which is going to be an interesting one. So we will create a new file, and it should be in capital letter random.js. Look here, we need to give the name with first letter to be capital because it is must. And now we are going to import React and from React. Now this has no use, but as a React application, in every component you need to import React. So this is what the first line means. Now creating first component, we are going to towards the functional components. Now in the upcoming videos we will differentiate what are class-based component and what are functional components, what are different kind of components like presentational components and functional components and the containers. So in this video it is going to be a container or a component which is isolated from our whole application, and it will generate a random number. So it would be random and it will accept a prop, and we will going to export it in default manner, and this is random, and yes. Now here we will define a variable let which is random. Now let has the local scope, and now we are going to define a state. So basically state is the an isolated value of a component which we can define in the component and reuse it throughout the components or in the children components. So it is going to be rand and set rand, and it is going to be set state. Basically set state is a functional hook. We will going to import it, use state and use effect. Now it is, we will initialize it with some value. It is not necessary, but we can. Now random is equals to use not use directly. We can use effect, and basically use effect is it will run as the dependency array is empty, so it will run at mount. And we are going to define here a timer or interval. So set interval. I know it is a bit confusing to you, but in the upcoming videos we will cover what are those things. So we are defining a set interval, and in the set interval we are going to set rand value, and it is going to be math dot floor, which is JavaScript function, to give an integer value, and math dot random to generate a random number, and to 1000 to look it more interesting, or we can give it to more values, depends on you. And that is something you can here for the entire value. Now you are going to print it. So basically return, you will write it in return. So random, so the winner is, and here you will define a random. And when you're going to save it, so basically we are going to import it in our app.js file, and here we render it app, and in the app we are going to import it. So basically random here we import it and we render it. So the winner is, now it is empty. So we are going to check why it is empty. So basically we give it rand, but it is, our state is rand. Look here. So at every second it gives a random value. You can enlarge it with increasing 0, and every second you can check that every second it is generating a random number. You can decrease the time so that it quite faster. Look now, here you will look that the important part of React, that React updates the only changing part of the application, not the winner is. So basically the winner is going to be rendered only once, and this is going to be changed at every fractions of second. So this is what our random generator is. And now, so for more understanding, we will reduce the timer, we will refresh it, and look here, every second it generates a random number. So this is our first component, and in this we defined a use effect and user state. They are basically hooks, and other things are basically a basic JavaScript functionalities. So thank you very much, and this is what our first component is.